Hello everyone and welcome to my channel where I talk about the best movies on Netflix. In this episode, I want to share with you the best psychological movies that you can find on the platform. So if this is exactly what you've been looking for, make sure to hit the like button and let's get started. The first movie on my list is Creep. This is one of the scariest psychological thrillers that you can find on Netflix, and it tells us a story about a filmmaker who finds an art that promises to pay $1,000 for a night of capturing a man. And so he goes on that task, and there everything like begins smoothly, but then the queries of that man becomes really intense, and so the filmmaker finds out that this man is not really who he is, and he has something sinister in his plans. So definitely make sure to pay attention to the Creep, because this is one of the best psychological thrillers that you can find on Netflix. The second movie on my list is The Invitation. This is a story about a guy who visits his former house at a dinner party made by his wife and her husband. But soon he realized that the plans of that family to their guests seem to be sinister, and so he tries to figure everything out. So definitely make sure to pay attention to that invitation, because although I haven't mentioned a lot about it, but because of worrying to not spoil you anything, this is one of the really best psychological thrillers that you can find on Netflix. The next place on my list is taken by Fractured. This is a story about a family who, after being involved in a car accident, not in a car accident, but an accident on the road, after being involved in that, they run into the closest emergency room, and in order to take care of their children. But after that, after making a little bit research, it turns out that doctors need to make a little bit more tests, and so they send a man to get out of the building, and while the wife and the daughter remains left in the emergency room. But after that, when man comes back, it turns out that his wife and his daughter vanished, and there is no even a little record in the history of patients of inside of this hospital that they even were there. So this is another fantastic psychological mystery thriller that you can find on Netflix. So if you haven't seen it yet, you're the lucky one. Make sure to check it. Movie number 4 is Dream House. This is another very interesting story about a family moving to the house of the dreams from the noisy city to the cozy building. And then they realize that there was a murder, a big massive murder committed inside of this house to the previous family. And so soon supernatural forces start to attack them as well, and the man tries to figure out the mystery behind it. So definitely make sure to check out this fantastic psychological thriller. And the last place on my list is taken by The Platform. And although I put it on the last place, it's not because it's the worst one, because personally I believe this is the best psychological thriller that you can find on Netflix. It's just because I've started to mention it too much on my channel, and so I just don't want to annoy you with this movie. But this is the best psychological thriller of all time I've ever seen, and it features a story set in a building which is some kind of a jail, where prisoners live in couples at each level. So, and the main theme of this movie is when it comes to the food, the platform full of food and meals is goes from the top to the bottom. And although at the beginning it's full of food, the people that are lower in this building have to eat leftovers from the people that are located higher. So this is very interesting and very deep psychological thriller movie, which has a lot of meaning behind of it. So if you like this type of movies, like that will make you think and a little bit psychological, not just psychological but philosophical, make sure to enjoy it because uh, the you will definitely like it. And that's all of the best psychological movies on Netflix I wanted to share with you today. If you enjoyed watching my video and found some value from it, make sure to hit the like button and let me know in the comment section below which movie have you chosen to watch. Also, if you know any other great psychological movies available on Netflix right now that I haven't mentioned, make sure to leave them in the comment section as well. Also, if you're always running out of ideas of what to watch next on Netflix, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I release new videos every single day, so you will never get bored and will never ask yourself what to watch next. So thanks for watching and have a great day. Goodbye.